What's up, guys? How are you? And welcome back to another episode of the Nose Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. The Nose, and we've got another great NASCAR recap to dive into. This week, we're breaking down the Window World 450 from the legendary track of North Wilkesboro Speedway, where Joey Logano put on an absolute clinic. The Window World 450, Joey Logano dominated one of the most historic races of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season, leading an incredible 323 of the 450 laps to earn his first points-paying victory of the year. This race wasn't just another win, it marked NASCAR's first official Cup Series points race at the newly renovated North Wilkesboro Speedway since 1996, and Logano made sure everyone remembered who owned the day. In Stage 1, the opening stage featured one of the best battles of the afternoon. Ty Gibbs made an incredible last lap pass on Shane Van Gisbergen to steal the Stage 1 victory. Unfortunately for Gibbs, though, the celebration didn't last. During the stage break, he was penalized for speeding on pit road and had to restart from the back of the field, putting himself behind for much of the afternoon. Stage 2, from there, it became the Joey Logano show. Driving the number 22 Team Penske Ford, Logano completely took control of the race, winning Stage 2 by several seconds over the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. His car was simply the class of the field, and every restart seemed to make him even stronger. Let's take a look over at Hendrick Motorsports, as they had a day that they would love to forget. North Wilkesboro proved to be a nightmare for Hendrick Motorsports. The problem actually started early when Kyle Larson suffered damage after making contact with the 88 car of Connor Zelich on pit road. Later on lap 183, Alex Bowman made contact with Tyler Reddick while attempting to enter pit road, bringing out a caution at the worst possible time. That caution, it trapped William Byron and Chase Elliott on the wrong side of the green flag pit cycle, putting both drivers multiple laps down. By the end of the race, every Hendrick Motorsports driver finished at least 2 laps behind the leaders, a day they certainly want to forget. Let's take a look at pit road mistakes. Pit road played a huge role all afternoon. Ty Gibbs wasn't the only driver caught speeding. Ryan Blaney and Tyler Reddick were also hit with costly green flag speeding penalties, eliminating both drivers from serious contention and allowing Logano to tighten his grip on the race. On the final run, the final 175 laps stayed under green, creating an old-school short-track battle. Denny Hamlin did everything that he could to run Joey Logano down, but Joey never flinched. Even while navigating heavy lap traffic over the final 50 laps, Joey Logano maintained roughly a half-second advantage before crossing the finish line, almost a second ahead of Denny Hamlin. It was one of the most impressive drives that we've seen all season. Only 6 cars finished on the lead lap, proving just how difficult North Wilkesboro can be when long green flag runs take over. Let's take a look at the playoff picture. With only 5 races remaining before the NASCAR playoffs begin, Joey Logano's victory couldn't have come at a better time. The win officially locked him into the postseason as of now and moved him to 15th in the standings and sitting 49 points above the playoff cut line. Shane Van Gisbergen also had a huge afternoon, finishing 5th and improving his playoff position to 54 points above the cut line. Meanwhile, Eric Jones dropped to 17th in the standings after a disappointing 21st place finish and now finds himself looking in from the outside. So you wonder, how did my fantasy lineup did? Well, let's talk about it. So I ended up with Chase Elliott in my first driver spot for 24 points. Ryan Blaney gave me 29 points. Luckily, I did pick Joey Logano to be in my lineup this week. That was 73 points. Ryan Preece, 27 points, and there's more on him later. And then I also had Ty Gibbs, who gave me 43 points. Our garage driver was Christopher Bell, who only scored 23 points. So thankfully, we left him in the garage, but it kind of helps me in the future because Christopher Bell, I think, is going to be running really well at Indianapolis and the next 4 races after that. So that could come to our advantage that we saved one of his spots. Over at the matchups, overall, it was another solid week. We finished 3-1 in our head-to-head matchups. The only matchups that we missed was Chase Elliott over Todd Gilliland. Gilliland had one of the best races of the season, bringing home an impressive 8th place finish, while Chase Elliott struggled all afternoon and finished 17th place. Sometimes that's just NASCAR. Altogether, we got 226 points this week, which moved me into 3rd place in my fantasy league. In the 36 for 36, everyone knows that I went with the 22 car of Joey Logano, and he brought it home. Those 73 points moved me up to 82nd in the world. 82nd out of 43,000. I'll take that. For the best bets, the betting card had another profitable week. We finished 4-4, so we hit 4, we lost 4, but we were still up a couple of units. We risked 2 units altogether, and we walked away with a profit of 2.26 units. Our winning tickets were Bubba Wallace, a top 10, as he finished 6th place. Ryan Preece, I told you, go with him for that top 10 at a plus 120. We cashed that. We cashed Joey Logano, plus 115, top 5. And we also hit Joey Logano to win outright at plus 1,000. Cashing an outright winner at 10-1 always makes for a great Sunday. I haven't totaled our season-long betting record yet, but I'm pretty confident that we're in the green. Starting with the race, I'll be tracking every bet and every unit all the way through the end of the season, so we'll know exactly where we started. Looking ahead, now we turn the page. North Wilkesboro is behind us, and next up is one of the biggest races on the NASCAR calendar, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll break down all my favorite bets, my fantasy picks, go over the matchups, and I'll give you my 36 for 36 as we preview. Coming up Friday evening. You do not want to miss this one. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with your fellow NASCAR fans. Every subscription, every download, every comment, and every share, it all helps this podcast continue to grow, and I truly appreciate every single one of you who tune in each and every single week. As always, thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the Nose Sports Podcast. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll catch you on Friday evening as we preview Indianapolis. Until next time, I'm Chris, a.k.a. The Nose. God bless, and we'll see you next time.